These are images released by what many in Mexico have dubbed a narco army. The video was published this summer by the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. These propaganda clips are a hallmark of the cartel, which has grown into one of Mexico's most powerful drug gangs.
So we consider this cartel, New Jalisco, to be one of the 5 most dangerous transnational criminal organizations on the face of the earth. And it is doing unimaginable damage to the people of this nation.
In 2018, the U.S. Department of Justice listed the Jalisco Cartel, or CJNG, among the top targets of international counter-narcotics efforts.
CJNG has a presence in cities across the United States, from San Diego to Omaha to Roanoke to New York City to Orlando. We believe that they traffic at least 5 tons of cocaine and 5 tons of methamphetamine into the United States every month.
Homicides and violence are at unprecedented levels in Mexico, and the Jalisco Cartel is a leading culprit, known to use extreme violence to gain control over new territory. This map illustrates the cartel's sphere of influence.
In their heartland of Jalisco, of course, they're pretty much untouchable. But for example, recently they did a massive invasion of Zacatecas. And Zacatecas is now a hotspot of violence. Guanajuato is one of the most, if not the most murderous state in Mexico for the last 2 years. Before that, it was fairly far down the list. It's very difficult to predict where the Jalisco cartel will move next and where the next hotspots of violence will be. But certainly at this time, they are a considerable threat to national security in Mexico.
Even the Mexican capital isn't spared from violence linked to drug cartels. Here, the Jalisco cartel is at war with other criminal groups, including the powerful Unión Tepito cartel. Rodrigo, who has asked us to hide his identity, says he's one of hundreds of business owners who've faced threats of violence, kidnapping, and extortion from criminal groups, who he says are fighting over control of parts of Mexico City.
You may recall that a few months ago, the Jalisco cartel put out a video saying they would exterminate the Unión Tepito. And we're left here saying, this is our neighborhood. This is in a battlefield. So this is what we're worried about, being caught in the crossfire.
The Jalisco New Generation Cartel has made a point of making their presence known in the city. In June, cartel members launched a brazen attack against Mexico City's police chief. Security experts say that while the Mexican government could do more to fight organized crime, an all-out war against cartel leaders could have frightening consequences. Manuel Rapalo, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.